Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Pro Cycling Manager 2019 Career Mode, episode number 75. Last time we wrapped up the UAE Tour, from which we got paid a whopping $31,000. Great payday on that one, and that's the type of payday we're going to need periodically throughout the season to make sure that our balance does not dip too much and we get too close to the danger zone. In the meantime, we're ready to begin the Strade Bianche, which, of course, in real life has been canceled thanks to the coronavirus, the fears coming around that, aka COVID-19. We're bringing Pedersen, Van Barle, Philipsen, Ooms all into this race. Great cobble ratings, great stamina, good sprint. This is a gravel one, if I remember correctly off the top of my head, and it's consistent. You can see that at least a third of the race distance is going to be on the gravel roads, or at least I believe that's what we're up for, if my memory serves me correctly. But again, it starts right from the beginning, going all the way through the end, especially through the central part of the race. Big, long sections, uphill, downhill, altering terrain. I mean, it's just a big, tough race. Wout van Aert, Pedersen are the favorites, but Van Barle and Pedersen both make their way onto the list. So maybe, just maybe, we can get these guys, especially working as a team. We got to make sure we don't get dropped at any point. But if we can stay in a good position and keep them fresh for a long time, I think we've got a real shot today. But of course, Van Aert and Sagan have the best cobble ratings by far, both 80 plus, and the stamina and resistance to go with it. It's going to be tough to beat them. But I think a podium place certainly could be in the cards. We're going to make sure it's not a breakaway victory. You got some uphill. That favors both Van Aert and Sagan aren't going to be affected by that much. So we're definitely in for a big battle here.
It's a difficult race with several cobbled sections. The bikes will be
special camera. Very special camera right through the building. Alright, lay of the land, you can see already. Second gravel section goes right through a decent little climb. Third gravel section finishes on a little bit of a climb. This one you got a steep downhill and uphill. A couple little uphill climbs on that one. This one's got a couple steep climbs. Mostly short, yes, and it's a very steep finish, though not on a gravel section. But the one right before it, the penultimate, the last gravel section, is itself in a big section as well. Actually, I thought Philipsen was up near the front when he started. How is he not gone anywhere? Oh, well, it was uphill, I guess. Ooms, nice race day condition for him, +2. Definitely give him that gobble support. He's got turkeys helping him out.
But at least his family gets to see him on TV.
Garrison, +3 for him is nice. I'll help keep him around for a while. Van Barle, not good. Not good, but luckily Prologue and the Barradour -1s won't hurt him at all. The only one that hurts him is the downhill -1, so essentially he's on a 0. Philipsen finally makes his way to the front.
The pack is increasing its work rate. Some teams can't be happy with the
And
breakaway.
there's Pedersen. Okay, so just 2 riders away. Craddock, Quintana. That's actually the kind of break you'd like to get somebody into. Leave 6 behind. Gap's not that big. It's got to be somebody like an Ooms kind of thing. who's got a chance to ride through, but I think more likely today we're looking at maybe a Garrison. Good on the flat, very good on the flat. Some stamina resistance. Okay, Garrison. You're not in a great position at the moment, but let's improve that. There we go. Now you find a little space. Let's make it a 3-man break. Struggling to sprint off the front. Okay. He is out front as we're about to hit the first section. I need to get myself set here. Let's set everyone to that bid 80. Safe mode. Van Barl, Peterson, of course. And I'm thinking Phillipson as the other one, but Phillipson just does not have a very good cobble rating. It's going to make it difficult, and there's so many gravel sections here. I think it's got to be Booms today, and since we let Garrison go away.
Some will try to stay in the middle, while others will take to the sides, practically on the grass.
First section, anyway, confirms what I thought, the gravel. Those two are nearly together. Garrison now 30 seconds away. Craddock. Let's recover for a moment. There we go. Little uphill section here. Oh, we're back in the field. What the heck? Breakaway again, would you please?
A courageous rider is looking to break away.
There's no way Garrison's too strong, and they're not letting him get away. He was unable to sprint on that occasion, though. Here's an actual cobbled section before momentary, leaving that and going into gravel. It's interesting. Garrison does not have much left here. Maybe it's Quintana. Quintana was just too strong, but that's dire Quintana. I mean, it's not like it's not Nairo, and I don't think you'd worry about Nairo today anyway. Daniel, Garrison, where are you? It's a good chance to get away. Certainly be nice to have the breakaway, because the breakaway sometimes wins, and he's already out to 53 seconds. Minute 8, he might be riding solo today. Minute 24, yeah. Look at that, the field just slowed down massively. Let him get out a little bit of a gap here. 2 minutes, then we'll slow down.
The gap is widening. It's now over 2 minutes.
Okay, 66. 245 is the lead. Riding solo, we need to have energy, so honestly I have to ease up for him to recover, so it's got to be whatever pace he can manage. I think he will slowly recover from this. 3 minutes is the gap. Next section. $3K, 1 star. Easy stuff here. Nice, tight, compact gravel. Not really recovering yet, though. His heart rate has kind of been right there. I need to bring him down. He's out to 5 minutes anyway, so they're letting him get away. So if they're going to let him get away, he's got to recover. Bardet with the fall. Is he the one who's out of the race? Not that he'll contend on a day like today.
Bikes are severely put to the test on
5.5 minute gap, and he is. Oh, it's Conchi, Nicola Conchi. Somebody we wanted to get. He ended up at Bahrain Merida. Okay, he is slowly recovering now, Garrison, and the gap is still growing, so he's out to 5.5 minutes. This is a 6 kilometer section. grab some water for yourself. And then we're going to leave you alone for a little while.
Looks like the pack has bitten the dust collectively, but the riders would
Once we come out of this, I'm going to send somebody back to get water. Blinking red on an 85. Okay. That's just a little yo-yo. That's all.
Some team managers mustn't appreciate the fact that there is a breakaway, given that the pack has increased its speed.
Alright, we're through it. Daniel, go get some water. And back to Garrison. Holding at 5.5 minutes. But again, slowly recovering. Which will allow him to continue on later on. The uphill, not good for him. He's got pretty bad ratings there. He's much better on the flat. So it's okay that he loses a little time here. Decent amount of recovery on the descent before he heads into the next section. At 4.5 minutes, I don't think it's a big enough lead, but there's a chance that they'll let him get back out a little farther. And either way, this still makes life a lot easier on the team. He's burning stamina, being out alone. He's burning some resistance, but of course we're recovering much of it. So it's not hurting my chances as a team. And if they do let him get away far enough and he hangs on and wins, then hell yeah, right? So not a big deal to have him out here riding solo. This is the steep downhill, uphill section. Here's the downhill part. It's just a 1-star 10K section though. Here's the uphill, and you can see he's actually recovered a little bit. I'm gonna, ooh, not 86. Not 86. Come on now. Now we're gonna start riding a little bit harder here for Garrison now that the recovery has largely happened.
The pack can't get strung out too far, or it's going to start breaking up. Somebody's taking a tumble in the main bunch.
Everybody's on that steeper uphill part now.
It's always best to be in the lead when going into cobbled sections. Breaks in the peloton can happen at any moment. The breakaway is not to everybody's liking. The peloton has significantly increased its speed.
Yeah, let's ride 66 for a while. Let's go ahead and get you some water again. Don't want them coming back at us too fast. And he's got a good flat rating, so he should be able to get a decent time through here. Everything pretty calm back in the peloton. Garrison riding fairly calmly. A 66 is not hurting him much. I mean, it's ever so slightly worn him out. There we go, 9. Okay, let's drop it off a little bit to a 65 here. We don't want to do damage, especially with some uphills to himself. They come back at him a little bit. They come back at him a little bit. 71K to go. Not quite time to get water yet, though we're going to need it fairly soon. Splits starting to happen, but I don't think they're going to stick just yet. Chase is definitely getting much tougher, though. Peloton really speeding up. Gap's down to 3 minutes. They've pulled back a minute here in the last little bit. You can see Garrison up ahead. He's not that far away.
There we go. That's 2/3 of the race behind us.
Okay, 3 minutes. 2.5 minutes. Just like that. Just that little hill. Get water again. You're under 60K to go. Make sure you're good to go. And then here in this group, this is a really good time to grab water. Daniel has enough energy to do it. Let's do it. Small group. That really helps. Gap's opening behind. Doesn't have to go back that far to get the water. Won't have to make that much of an effort to get back up to give water out. So good timing on that. It's surprising that we have a group of 30. The great thing is that we're fully on it. But we need to start stepping it up to make sure we don't get dropped from this group. So we'll push a little bit harder. Gap's down to a minute 55. Okay, it's back up actually. 2 minutes, over 2 minutes now. So Garrison pulling away slightly right now. We got a group of 70 trying to make contact though. Though that group is not totally intact. We just lost 3 riders out the back. Owen, I think, is about to be himself dropped out the back. And from that group of 70, only 9 riders are now off the front. And there we go. Owen has been dropped. Peterson, don't get yourself dropped here, buddy. Ooms is doing good. Phillipson's hanging on. Daniel's hanging on. Let's see. We want Ooms riding solo now, so Phillipson switch to protecting Peterson. Who I do not like the fact that a couple times I've seen him drift towards the back of the group. 24 riders now, chasing my one, Garrison, all alone. And he's really managing his pace well. He barely used up any energy over the last 20 kilometers, really. I'm going to let him get water one last time, just to make sure he's good to go to the end. Nice fresh bottle. He's nearly through this. And he's nearly to the end. I'm going to push him back up to a 67. We need some tempo from him to stay out.
But I can assure you that it doesn't mean renewed. They still remain a significant difficulty.
Phillipson, Daniel, both on edge. Now, I don't need to chase, except that I don't want this group to come back at us. It's a group of 12, but still, a lot of guys. Aru's dropping out the back. Frele is trying to get back on. Bookman, Ghana, Mezgec. Yeah, there's nothing there to fear in that group behind us, so I do not need to put pressure on to catch my own rider at the front. Let these guys chase. I definitely have strength in numbers. 5 out of the 23 riders here. The group chasing, struggling. They were down to 9. Aru kind of just on the edge hanging on, but it looks like they're about to split. David A. Formulo thought he was struggling at the back. Not quite. Okay, that's the last hefty little climb of the day, even though it's low gradient. The rest are all short and sweet. Some of them are steeper, much steeper than this one, but that's about the highest elevation we're going to hit until just before the end of the race. We're about going to match what we just did. Minute 23, 22 chasing. So again, we're dropping riders out the back, which is amazing that Garrison's holding that kind of pace ahead of these guys. And Garrison actually recovering a little bit right now with the downhill. So that means I can push him even harder. We're going to go to a 69 for Garrison. Try to stay away. Try to keep the hurtin' in this group. Keep him away as long as I can. It's okay if he gets caught. I mean, it really is. If he burns out and gets caught, he burns out and gets caught, because we've got almost the whole team in the group here to do something effective with. This is one of the strongest positions we've been in ages. I've got 3 guys fresh, 2 guys nearly burned out. I've got the breakaway rider who's got just over a minute gap, just under a minute gap. And we're approaching the end of this race, 30K to go. The group behind that was chasing is losing us. Yeah, they're further back than they were. Ghana, Gugard, Bookman, Leclerc. There's still 11, so the only one dropped is Owen, unfortunately. But of course, he got dropped from this group. Those other guys are ones that are trying to come back at us. They were split off. Okay, Garrison, gotta speed up, man. Gotta speed up. 74. 75. He's got to try to stay out front that little bit longer. If they catch him, then it'll be time for us to make a move.
Riders run enormous risk of injury on cobbled sections, but as the saying goes, it's
Here we
the
go.
historic races that make
Christoph,
them
Van Aert, Sagan, Mohoric. This is it, guys. This is it. Here we go. 99. Van Barle. Peterson. Peterson has a better sprint, even though he's on the negative race day condition. Ooms obviously is their lead out. Philipsen. I don't know if this is going to last for you, but we'll try. Daniel, you're going to do nothing but this. You got to get through this gap, man. Through this gap. Come on, Daniel. He did not find the gap at all. Daniel.
Survival of the fittest, and evolution doesn't seem to favor those in the rear. There's a growing list of riders left behind.
Come on, Philipsen. Alright, we've got little splits. Garrison's been caught. And speaking of Garrison, you're just going to sit on and wait. Now. Because here comes Philipsen. There goes Philipsen. He's done. Come on, Ooms. Get up here. And then Garrison's going to take over. 16. Chasing 6. Okay. Back to 99. Actually, hold on. I'm going to do it this way because you're on your gel. And behind us, give those guys that chance. Peterson, Van Barle, they're here. Garrison, Ooms. Got to catch these guys. 40 seconds. Ooms, stay to the outside. You're going to hurt Garrison a lot racing through here, but this is how we cover this gap. Come on, Garrison. Ooms. Slow down, wait for your team. There you go, you made contact. Garrison, now you go. Slide out of the way for a second. There you go. Garrison, come on. 12 chasing 6. And we absolutely can still catch these guys. Garrison, you're at the end of your yellow bar, but it's okay. It's okay.
The riders are entering the last 15 kilometers of the stage.
It's 15K to go. We got time. So we can still use what Garrison has. Yeah, he's bringing it down. He's bringing it down. Now we go.
One of the motorcyclists says that a rider is down. Apparently, he didn't interfere.
Olberger trying to make contact. There we go. One rider. Sagan going away. Okay, Ooms, here we go. We've regained contact with everyone but Sagan. Come on, Van Barle, don't lose contact.
I can tell
12 chasing 1. 11 chasing 1. 10 chasing 1. Peterson struggling to hang on here. Ooms, you're going to relay at the front. Van Barle, Peterson, 7K to go. We're going to keep pressure on. It's 11 riders. It's a little uphill finish. Remember, it's a little uphill finish. Just hoping to drop somebody. That hasn't happened yet. Van Barle's the one that's got some energy left, so Peterson's going to move ahead of him. Get the two of them working for Van Barle. This is it. Here we go. 3K to go. Now this pace is not allowing anyone to recover at all. So that good news for Ooms and Peterson. We're going to up their pace here. 2.5K to go. And then Van Barle will be able to attack with most of these guys being completely exhausted. 1.5K. Here we go. Van Barle. It's Sagan that's on his wheel. 700 meters. 600 meters. 500 meters. Down to 6. Sprint. Yes! Yes! We got it. Sagan takes second. Christoph, Van Aert, Mohoric. Ooms takes 6th. Peterson gets 10th. 3 guys in the top 10, including the win. Beautiful work. Beautiful work. Well done. Van Barle still had some energy left, too. I was waiting for somebody behind us to start their move and then counter it. He was already in the best position, so he didn't have a reason to attack other than it would have possibly split the guys off behind us, but it would have possibly burnt his energy too early and they would have come back at him. So I waited, and then we got to the last few hundred meters and it was clear that at that point, sprint one way or the other. And he still almost burnt up what energy he had left. Ian Garrison takes 19th, so we get another rider inside the top 20 on this one. So from the breakaway, Garrison keeps 19th. Philipsen, 33rd, Daniel, 34th, and Owen, 57th. That's how strong we were as a team today. Everybody in the top 60. It's a shame Strade Bianche is canceled in real life. But health and safety, very important.
Now for the race highlights.
Beating Sagan in a sprint is nice, but it was clear he did not have the energy, and that's why I kept those two with the pressure on there at the end, because I figured everybody was right at the end. Energy-wise, he actually ends up winning by 5 seconds. Sagan 5 back. Christoph 9 back with Van Aert. 17 to Mohoric. 20 to Ooms. Peterson 55. Garrison 346. Those gaps opened real quick. I would assume we're the best as a team. Let's see if we are. Yes, 9 minutes better than Bora and Liquigas. Nice. Nice. That makes me happy. That's got to go down on our sponsor confidence a little bit. Right? No sign of any sponsor confidence boost. We'll see if there is. We'll take a look, but 18,000. It's a pretty decent payday too for a one-day classic. Not quite one of the majors. It's up there, but yeah, there you go. Triple plus for winning that. Triple plus for UAE Tour victory for McNulty. The noteworthy results are really going to start taking an impact for us. We're also right at the time we're going to start our first objective, Paris-Nice. The objective is a top 5 for the race. 2.5 stars. Kind of an important one to start out at. Well, all of the first 4, really. They're going to really set the tone until we get to Liège-Bastogne-Liège, Paris-Roubaix a little bit, but these 4, and this is all World Tour objectives. I'm sure that gave us a pretty good boost in the Rankings department. Van Barl with the win. There you go. He jumps to 7th in the World Tour rankings. That's crazy. McNulty, top of the Super Prestige. Now we're really starting to pull away as a team. 1,000 points clear at the moment. 400 clear on the Super Prestige. Nine wins. Bahrain Merida have 10 though. Okay, so Paris-Nice Stage 1 is a sprint. Don't have the guys that I would like to participate in that, so we'll quick sim this one. Again, we're looking for that top 5. So that'll take us into Stage 2. Apparently it's a busy day on the tour. There we go. Here's our new day. Stage 2 also on the flat. .204 kilometers. Gaviria has won both stages so far, I believe. Oh, maybe not. He's up by 13. He should be up by 20. Yeah, look at all those results. It was a busy day. Garfield made their fitness peak end. Gal Bryan begins his. Stage 3 still on the flat. Barta with a -1. Ackerman takes the win today. Giro d'Italia, Italian team, Sport Flandern, and CCC. CCC, I think, is the team we bumped to get up to the World Tour. Well, there was more than one team bumped, wasn't there? Okay, now Tirreno Adriatico is beginning. So Van Barl, McNulty, Philipsen, Venepol, Felci, Dionigi, and Garfield. So we have 2 active objectives. We do have our sprinter for this one. So that is somebody I would like to take. But with the time that I have, this is a good time to kind of step back and call it an episode. One good long race today is not as much content as I'd like to provide, but it'll get the job done. So you can see stages 4, 6, 7, and 8 are going to be the ones that count on Paris-Nice. 4, that'll be a small group finish, but it's still going to be a small bunch sprint. Same with 5. 6 could be an individual taking it with a small gap. 7, I doubt. I think 7's going to be a pretty big bunch sprint, though somebody with punch and sprint will win it, but I don't think we'll see a separation. Stage 8, though, absolutely could be a very small group there at the finish after that final climb. 6 riders, 8 riders, top contenders, really. By that point, might be the only ones left. Tirreno Adriatico, 7 stages. This one does have a big climb with 2 punchy ones. So we're looking for some stage wins. And then we've got some punch, another stage win to go for on the sprint. Interesting, short, repetitive climbs on this circuit. But they call it flat, and then they call that a mountain. And it probably will play out like that, I would think. They call that a hill. I have a feeling most of the field will still be there for that one. It's really just the one mountain stage that you got to watch out for. What was our objective on Trino Adriatico? Oh, both of them, top 5s. So as much as the sprint's going to matter with a Philipsen, maybe actually I just quick sim that because a stage victory isn't going to matter, and we'll just focus on the climbing stages on both of those in our next episode. But like I said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up there. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Bye for now.